guys. Faith First Farm. I just wanted to do a quick video here and show my watermelon rind pickles. Got a watermelon rind a few days ago and finally got a chance to get it taken care of. Got a watermelon, not a watermelon rind. I'm trying to show my jars. It's not working very well. Okay. Lean it forward. I've got my computer because my phone does not do very good. I have to lean the screen forward a little bit. I have 7 jars right there, 7-pint jars of watermelon rind. And all I do is I cut up the watermelon and I just basically dice up the watermelon into chunks and store it in buckets in the fridge. And right now I have the brine on the stove. See if I can get it to show here. There it is. There's the brine. This video is probably going to look a little bit weird. It's going to bounce around. Sorry about that. Stirring it right now, waiting for the sugar to dissolve. I used, okay, the recipe, I found the recipe on Pinterest. Pinterest has been, like, an amazing help for a lot of my homesteading endeavors, too. Between Pinterest and YouTube, and especially Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy, I've learned a lot. Watermelon rind pickles, my grandma used to actually do those years ago, and that's where I learned to actually like those. I used to do them back in Michigan. Still have quite a few pint jars of those back in Michigan, but those are gonna stay up there. Anyway, my recipe, it takes, the watermelon is like 1 medium-sized watermelon, 3 cups of water, and I use purified water. Do not use tap water. There's too many chemicals, chlorine, whatever else in it. Do not use tap water. And it calls for 3 cups of apple cider vinegar. Now, I split that, and I used 1.5 cups of apple cider vinegar along with 1.5 cups of the white vinegar. Only because it's kind of expensive, and money's a bit tight on keeping stuff like that around, so trying not to go through it too quickly. And it calls for 2.5 cups of sugar, and I use the pure cane sugar, the real cane sugar. Again, I got that tidbit of information from Doug and Stacy on things that she makes. She never uses refined sugars ever in anything. When she uses sugars, it's either honey or stevia, which she has grown. And she also uses real cane sugar. And the real cane sugar is just the easiest for me to get. Plus, I don't really care for stevia. I've tried it, and I don't know, I've never had it, like, freshly grown, so I have some seeds of it, so I might try to see if I can get it to grow next year in our greenhouse. We'll just see. Anyway, and then just 3 tablespoons of pickling spice. And you just cut up the watermelon. You cut the, once you get the watermelon cut up, once you get the watermelon cut up and, off the rind, I just take and cut that part up, cut the rind up into little chunks, about like that. This is what it looks like. Chunks like this. Just kind of diced and just little kind of square chunks or whatever. And just cut it up and I put all that in a bucket while I'm cutting it up. and then fill the jars when I'm done. I do the brine and then add it to the jars. Now with this, yes, I am canning them because it's the only way I can really preserve them. I don't have another way to do it. I don't have the Redmond's real salt right now because I don't have not had the money to order it. I do plan on doing that. And I'm going to start ordering it in bulk because I know it's going to take a lot to, start doing ferments. Because you use a lot of salt when you do fermenting and crap hits the fan. We're going to need a lot of salt to... Sorry, I was trying to come out here to... Forgot I don't have my drink out here. Anyway. It's going to take a lot of salt to preserve and put the harvest away. So I'm going to have to start saving up, getting that stocked up. Anyway. With the brine, you just stir it until you bring it to a boil. You stir it until the sugar dissolves. Once the sugar is dissolved and it's come to a boil, you just take it off the heat and ladle it into your jars. Wipe off the tops of your jars. Make sure everything is clean, sterilized, and then put your lids on and put them in the canner and fill your canner with water and then process it for about 10 to 15 minutes. So it doesn't take very long, and they're really good. They're really good. I loved the watermelon rind pickles when I tried them when I was a kid, when my grandma used to make them. And I found the recipe for them. My mom had a recipe in the ball canning book that she gave me, that's still in Michigan. But again, as I said on my live, I'm trying to get away from the canning, and I'm going to try to start fermenting a lot. Over the winter, I'm gonna start stocking up on my jars and the salt. Especially the salt. I'm probably gonna buy it and let it like 25 to 50 pounds at a time. Just because it's gonna take a lot. Like, I know Stacy goes through a lot of salt, and she uses the Redmond's real salt. Plus, I'm gonna be working on getting the channel up more. That is not anything from McDonald's. It is a cup I saved from when I was working at McDonald's. Yes, it is iced coffee, but I made it myself. I homemade that iced coffee. Anyway. So, just waiting for the the brine to come to a boil, and I'm gonna take care of that. And get those in the canner, and hopefully they'll all seal. Sorry, I'm hot. It's been pretty warm in here today. It got up into the 80s here in Wilburton today, so you can see my poster back there. Anyway, I just want to do a little video on my watermelon rind pickles and tell you guys how I do those, and I'm gonna try to start doing little videos on things I'm doing every day, or if I find out something really specific that's going on, I'm gonna try to start touching base on that stuff too. I don't want to really combine it with like a main topic video like this, so because I want to be able to get quite a few videos out there so people can just kind of pick and choose through those, kind of like Doug and Stacy do. It's gonna be a lot easier once we're on our property and we have our outdoor kitchen and we have our garden, and we're putting up harvest from our own garden and taking care of our own homestead. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to be able to show you guys our new farm, the new Faith First Farm and Homestead. I can't wait. Plus, Chloe's gonna she has the job of making us a new sign for our homestead. She wants to get into wood burning, and I'm gonna get a wood burning kit for her. They're not that expensive, but I'm gonna get a wood burning kit for her, and she wants to make a nice big sign for us for our farm and homestead. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So can't wait for that. I'll keep you guys updated on t-shirts. I'm gonna have to like start pulling out a little bit of money and putting it aside to order. I'm tired, don't mind me. Always the first day that I've had off after I've worked for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna start pulling out a little bit of money out of each of our checks and start buying a few t-shirts here and there. I'm gonna try to get like maybe 20 to start. See how well they sell. I've already actually had someone offer that literally wants to buy a jar of my watermelon rind pickles. Wow, I cannot talk tonight. Anyway, and I'm selling them for $5, but I figure that's about average. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys would want to try it, try them. Let me know. I'll see what I can do to ship them out. Maybe FedEx or I don't know. I don't really care for FedEx because a lot of the times they have a pay on delivery fee and I don't like that. So I might go with like either USPS or just taking it down to the post office and mailing them out. So I'm gonna have to get down to the post office and kind of get an approximate rate on how much it would cost to mail out certain things like that. Anyway, but I'm gonna let you go. Sorry, I'm not on the phone. Anyway, I'm going to get off from here and tend to my pickles, and I will it's probably gonna be tomorrow. I might actually be able to get on the property tomorrow, so definitely tomorrow if I can get on the property. I have also okay, it's gonna be a little bit longer video, but I've also found out here. I gotta go stir my brine. I've also found out that Tractor Supply down here, and yeah, I don't like some of the things that they stand for and that they accept and all that, but it's the only store we got down here, so. And I don't have a vehicle, so I don't really have much of a choice. Alright, so my brine is boiling. I'll let you guys see that. It's really hard with a computer to do this. My brine is boiling. So I'm going to take it off the heat. And now I have to fill my jars. So I'll have to get back with you guys. I might just pause the video and then finish it when I'm done. So just give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, didn't mean for it to take so long, guys. Took a minute for me to get all the jars filled. I have exactly 7 jars, which is exactly what the canner takes, which is nice. My kitchen's a little bit of a mess, but been doing some stuff. Another thing that I have, is a big pumpkin. There. No, I'm not gonna, use it for Halloween. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna be cutting it up. I'm gonna clean it out. Sorry. clean it up, cut it down, and use it for homemade stuff, homemade pies and stuff like that, especially for the holidays. Um, we like the pumpkin bread but I'm gonna try to make it a lot healthier this year instead of how we've always made it before. Not gonna use any vegetable oils or anything like that. That's just no, stuff is so unhealthy for you. Uh, shoot, I actually forgot what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, um, yeah, Tractor Supply. Um, I found out that there's still fruit trees available at Tractor Supply. So I went into town today and to check it out and went over there, and they do still have some fruit trees available. They have some pear trees and apple trees. I didn't like go around the whole tub thing or spot that they've got all the trees in to check out and see all of what they had. They have red delicious apples, which I don't like. Red delicious apples are gross. They have the Honeycrisp apple tree, that's the one I'm getting. I'm still gonna try to get it this week. I'll figure something out, one or the other, because I don't want to miss that opportunity. They're not discounted, but I'd like to be able to, especially if we go out to the property tomorrow, and I have a picture of my poster on my phone, so I can kind of map out a little bit, or especially where we want where we're gonna put the gardens and the orchard, the bees, that kind of thing. Uh, but it'd be cool, if I can get one of those trees to where I can, figure out exactly where I want our apple trees and plant the first one. Like, I don't have any mulch, but I'm sure there's plenty of stuff on the property that I could uh scrape up to use. Definitely gonna wear my shoe boots. We have a lot of poisonous snakes down here. Uh, that no. When we were out there before, I was kind of stupid because I didn't have gloves. I didn't have my shoe boots or anything. I'd forgotten and I wore my tennis shoes. I actually had said that on the video. Um, but I was picking up some rocks and we were kind of trying to place out where we're gonna put our house, and we didn't have anything else. But definitely gonna wear my shoe boots, take my gloves and all that, because this year in particular there have been a lot of rattlesnakes and the cottonmouths have been bad down, or the copperheads have been bad down here. And there's a few lakes around the area that have had issues with cottonmouths in them, so kind of ixnay on going swimming in the lakes around here. I don't really want to come face to face with a cottonmouth. Not really. Uh, anyway, I think that's about it. And my watermelon rind pickles are in the canner on the stove. Once it starts to boil, I'll set a timer for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Usually 10 minutes is enough. Basically, all you want is you want them to be hot enough to like seal the jars, but it's also to like get the bacteria and stuff out of the food. But again, canning is not great because it does take out nutrients, but I don't have the salt, so, but I am planning on getting that soon. Anyway, I'm gonna give a huge shout out right now to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, because I I got a reply from Doug on one of my comments on their video, and it just really surprised me. And I'll talk about that later at some point. Kind of want to clear it and make sure they don't mind me talking about it on one of my videos. But I'm gonna get off from here and get this video uploaded to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I can get out to the property tomorrow. And if I do, there will definitely be probably a really long video, because I know I'm gonna dig a fire pit for the property, because I want something like right away to be able to especially cook on. We still have to stock up on like lighters, and yeah, we're at the bottom, like I was saying the other night, but just have to stock back up on everything. Taking a little while because being at kind of the low end of the totem pole on the money, on the income, but we're working at it a little at a time, and I believe God's gonna get us there. I know the world is falling apart, but it's all in His timing. So thanks for watching, and I really hope uh everybody is able to get something out of each and every one of the, especially the new videos. My old ones are kind of even though we did have a few decent gardens at a couple of different points in Michigan, but I look forward to showing you guys good gardens and stuff down here. Anyway, you guys have a good night and enjoy the video. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.